As Governor Rick Scott considers the budget approved in the legislature. Hasn't signed it yet, though. The governor apparently not happy with a number of issues in the budget. Could decide to veto any number of issues, or could veto the whole budget altogether. There's all the issues of medical marijuana as well. Lawmakers left without reaching a deal, which means that it would take a special session to come up with those medical marijuana guidelines. Ryan Elijah in Studio B. He's got a closer look at what all of that means. Ryan?
Yeah, Bob, so many different possibilities here, and former Senate President Mike Haridopolos is still with us. Mike, let's start with medical marijuana. Just to let everyone know, once the governor receives the budget, then he has 15 days to make a decision. Let's start with medical marijuana. Where does this go?
Well, medical marijuana was a constitutional amendment passed last fall, 71% of the vote. It looked like the last day of session they were about to pass it, but it just barely failed. I mean, the House and Senate did not agree on the number of dispensaries. I mean, the number of storefronts that a business could own. That means there's going to be a special session probably sometime after the governor either signs the budget or, in most likely case, vetoes part or all the budget.
And education is about a fourth of this budget. It's a huge amount, some $20-some billion. And there are a number of educators that are not happy. I know the governor's not happy with part of this. Do you expect him to veto this?
I think there's a real possibility they might veto this, also because he has the support of not only a lot of educators around the state, but also the Senate Democrats. If the Senate Democrats hold firm, that veto by the governor would be sustained. It'd force a special session because that big part of the budget you mentioned, over $20 billion, would have to be re-engineered in some way to get the votes necessary to pass not just the legislature, but also the governor's veto pen.
For somebody on the outside, Mike, they look at this and they think, how can they not have gotten these very big issues done?
Yeah, it is frustrating, but that just shows the internal division even within parties. I mean, Republicans believe in more school choice, charter schools, and so forth, but the governor felt like, given the budget surplus this year, his position is more than $25 per student should have been the increase. But a lot of that money went to teacher bonus pay, and a lot of that money went to charter schools to help those failing districts that aren't doing so well in the state. So that's going to be a negotiation they're going to have in order to get this budget passed by July 1.
And Mike, you were telling me in the break that for the most part the governor could veto this whole budget, but you don't think that would happen in this situation?
I'd be very surprised if he vetoes the entire budget, because in that case there might be a complete override by the legislature. The Senate Democrats might say, the heck with it, we're just going to take the budget as is and fight next year. My guess is he'll have a lot more political success if he either takes just a line item vetoes or just takes on the education budget, which a lot of people are concerned about. Even Republicans, and including the Senate Appropriations Chairman, the budget chairman, said he should veto that part. So it's wild stuff there in Tallahassee.
Finally, just about 15 seconds, maybe some deals here. The governor finds out, all right, we'll give you your extra $50 million one for Visit Florida, and you're not going to touch this right here or this right here.
You nailed it. There will be a deal some way, somehow, because they all want to finish by July 1. They do not want to have a government shutdown.
Mike Haridopolos, great insight as always. We're on Facebook Live. Mike just put it on his page as well, and it's on the Fox page as we break down all that in about 20 minutes time, which is kind of what it takes to get through that. Bob and Amy, back to you.